Good morning, St. Phillips. Over the past few weeks, we have been exploring the statements of Jesus and what this means. Today, I'm going to speak to you about our college Bible verse, which says this: Jesus answered, "I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me." And that comes from John chapter 14, verse 6. You actually carry part of this verse around with you every day. You're wearing it on your chest, and if you look down right now, you'll be able to see the college crest has the words, the way, the truth, and the life. At the time when Jesus said these statements about himself, they were controversial, and that hasn't really changed today. These statements, over 2,000 years after Jesus said them, they're still controversial. This verse from the book of John, which is in the New Testament, was originally written in Greek. So let's start by looking at the word way. The Greek word for way means road or journey or way of life. The word for truth in Greek means truth in every circumstance or situation, and it also means that nothing is hidden or forgotten. The word for life in Greek means absolute fullness of life or vitality. So when the verse says that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, its original meaning is that Jesus' way is the way to follow. And when we think of the way we can follow, we can think of our core values. Christ first, serve one another, strive for excellence, do what is right, and build community. All of our core values at school speak of the way to live and the way to follow what Jesus wants us to do. On occasion in the holidays, I give my children a day when they get to decide what we do and where we go. I started this when they were young, so I would tell them that today was their day to choose. They would even direct the way that I would drive. So we would start at home, and my children would tell me which way to turn and which streets to go down. And there have been many times when I have been directed by them to drive down a dead-end road. And there we sat in that cul-de-sac while they had to come up with a new direction. The reality was my children weren't great leaders on this adventure, and although it was a bit of fun, because they didn't have enough knowledge about the way to go, they had to make it up along the way, and we would end up in dead ends. To be honest, that can happen in our lives as well. Sometimes instead of following the way of Jesus in our lives, we choose to try out the directions ourselves, and we can end up stuck somewhere that we shouldn't be, in a dead end. But if we follow the way of Jesus, we always end up on the right road. He is the way. Then when we consider the truth of Jesus and what this means for us, God's truth is a truth that stands up in every situation. There won't be a new discovery, a new scientific theory, or some new book that will overrule God's truth. It is what we call an eternal truth, or an absolute truth, one that lasts forever and a truth that will stand the test of time. Finally, we have the life, or absolute fullness of life. The Greek word is actually Zoe or Zoe. I wonder if there's anyone right now whose name is Zoe. If you know what the meaning of your name is, it actually means life, or in the Greek, the original ancient Greek meant full of life. In the Bible, what this means is that without Jesus, we actually cannot experience the best that life has to offer us. I encourage you now, as I'm closing, that you chat in your classes about what it means to find the way, the truth, and the life by following Jesus. And I also encourage you to discuss the fact that the Bible tells us that without Jesus, we actually can't know real eternal life. I pray that you have a great day, St. Phillips.